Hey there, Majestic Queen. I am back. And what I want to talk about in this presentation, Smart Money with Majestic Queen audio podcast, is going to be saving and emergency planning. Yes, that's our topic for the day, Queen. So when you think about saving and emergency planning, you're going to focus on building safety, resilience, and peace of mind step by step. Yes. So let's get started, Queen. Why saving and emergency planning matter? It will protect you from job loss or income disruption, medical or family emergencies, car or home repairs, unexpected life changes, financial stress, and panic decisions. So an emergency fund is financial breathing room, not investment growth. So once again, an emergency fund is so that you can breathe, so that you can relax, just in case something happens and you need to have money available. Again, you lose your job, some type of medical or family emergency, car or home repairs, unexpected life changes, financial stress, and panic decisions. Okay, so let's get into emergency fund basics. What is it? It's money set aside for true emergencies. You know, Majestic Queen, we women now. And as women, getting our nails done, that's an emergency. And keeping our hair done, that's an emergency. Well, no, Majestic Queen, it's not. We're talking about the true emergencies. And I just mentioned everything that represents an emergency. So if you don't have a fund available, this is what you do. You have a goal of how much money you want to keep on hand in your emergency fund. So a good starter goal is between $500 to $1,000. Now, I know that it takes some time to build this money up unless you're working a very, very good job and you can actually do it without interrupting anything else. But I know some of the young people who may be listening to this presentation may not have $500 to $1,000 available. So what I usually say when I'm speaking to people about money, I say, start with $50. $50 a week. By the end of the month, you'll have $200. And you make that sacrifice. And you don't touch it. And I say you don't touch it. And I absolutely mean. I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm getting ready to laugh. You absolutely do not touch it now, Queen. Don't touch it. And your hair's not emergency. And your nails are not an emergency, Queen. Now stop. Stop telling me it's an emergency. You need to be able to save this emergency fund money now. Now, basically, financial experts will tell you 3 to 6 months worth of expense money. I'm talking about 3 to 6 months worth expense money. And what I mean by that is that you have 3 to 6 months of expense money in your bank account. just in case you lose your job. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, Queen. 3 to 6 months worth of expense money in the bank. That is also difficult to do. But we're going to aim for it. And if you can't go 3 to 6 months, you can say, I'm going to try 1 month, have 1 month worth of expenses. That means 1 month for your gas and electric, your telephone, your transportation, okay? Those type of things. Just in case something happens. We want to be ready. Now, that's the most important thing. Where will you keep this emergency money? Well, if you are a spendaholic, then don't keep it at home. I'm telling you, Queen, because those little fingers will do the walking. And then next thing you know, you have your purse, your handbag, or whatever you call it, your book bag, your knapsack, whatever. And you will be out the door, going down there to the store saying, look, I really need this blouse. Oh, some people may not know what a blouse is. Top. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to be serious, but you won't let me, Queen. Because this is something that, look, I don't want to be saving nothing. I'd rather be out there shopping. But I do have better sense, myself. I have better sense not to spend everything I have because, look, nobody's going to give you nothing. And people are like very particular about what they're going to loan you, okay, about their money. They're very, very particular about that. Okay. So, keep your money in a high yield savings account. That means the percentage rate is high. And that means you're making money while that money is sitting there. You can put it in a money market account or some type of account that is easy for you to go and get it when you have that emergency. What you don't want to do is put it into stock, crypto, or long-term CDs, because if you do, if you withdraw, you're going to lose money. Okay. So, oh my goodness, Queen. Somebody else is saying it, not just me. I am right here. How to build savings, even on a tight budget. That's the topic right now. I know you listened to my other video presentations. Oh, there's no hesitation in me thinking that you did, because I know you did. And remember that pay me account that I talked about? Well, it is being said by the experts. Pay yourself first. Make sure that if you have a bank account and you have a savings and a checking, the checking is to receive your payroll check, and from that checking, your pay me will come out of it and go right into your savings account. So you transfer the money from checking into savings. Okay? Now, save any money that you're going to get in lump sums. For example, you know what I'm getting ready to say. It's tax time. You may get a refund. Save it. Don't spend it. Put it into your pay me account. Put it into your emergency fund account. Now, Go over your accounts, go over your finances, and cut or pause any money that you can afford to cut or pause. That means put your money on hold. Build up your savings that's holding your emergency money, and then restart spending money. So you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to spend this money this week. Instead, I'm going to put $50 into my Pay Me account. Instead, I'm going to put $50 into my emergency fund. Okay. So that is how you can begin to build your savings even on a tight budget. Now, let's talk about the psychological side of savings. If you have savings available, it's going to reduce your anxiety and improve decision making about money. When you begin to save, that's a win. That's a win-win-win. So, if you do it on a regular basis, you will be confident because you have been consistent with putting money away. When you are thinking about your emergency fund, then guess what? You don't be thinking about spending. And when the emergency come up, you will not panic because you know you can go a particular place and use some of that money. Hopefully it's not such a big emergency that you have to use it all, but you can use some of that money for the emergency. Okay, so I'm going to go over once again what counts as a real emergency. That would be a job loss, medical expenses, home or car repairs, family emergency. Now, there's a stop sign that says not vacations, not shopping, and not lifestyle upgrades. Well, Queen, Lord, we all suffering. Because I am doing the same thing that you're doing. Trying to get to the money and trying to save as much of it as I can. Now, when the emergency happened, don't feel guilty because you had to go into the funds. Rebuild slowly and intentionally. Review what worked for you as far as saving and what didn't work. Now, I am going to talk to you about the long-term savings beyond emergencies, such as having short-term goals so that if you want to travel out somewhere, then your short-term goals will allow you to save money for travel, education, and moving. Now, some long-term things are your retirement accounts. Any type of career, moves you're trying to make and you're spending money for it, that's long-term because it's going to build wealth and then you'll have more to save. Now, we talked about a checklist before, but this is your emergency planning checklist. Start an emergency fund. Put in that fund cash that is liquid. That means liquid. Cash is liquid. That means that you don't have to go through a lot of changes. The only thing you have to do is show up to the credit union or the bank and withdraw the money. So that is what makes it liquid because it is cash. Assets that are not liquid is things like stock, savings bonds, CDs, These are financial instruments, but they're not readily liquid because you have to go through things in order to access that money. Now, don't forget that you want to automatically set up money being transferred from checking into savings. The bank will do it for you if you let them know. Your credit union will do it for you. I want automatic payments to come out of this money into my savings so that I will not miss it. Okay. Make clear rules about how you use money in your emergency fund. And always, after you use it, plan to rebuild it. That means you have $1,000 in your emergency fund. Car repairs is $500. You take that $500, you pay the people. Now you can bring your car home. Now you have to have a plan on how you're going to put that $500 back. Are you going to drive an Uber? A Lyft? You have to have a plan. Well, Majestic Queen, that brings us to another segment. Yes, I think we accomplished a lot. And of course, there was humor. Because it makes me awfully nervous to be talking about money and saving and, doing this and emergency funds and make sure you have health insurance and make sure you have money to pay the taxes. Oh, it's just so overwhelming. So that's the anxiety part of it. When you're feeling that way, now I am your therapist. Well, not really. I am a therapist, but I'm not yours. But I will give you what I would say. You know that you're under anxiety and pressure about money? Go to relaxation exercises, do some deep breathing, take some time just to chill and meditate, and then get back to doing what you need to do to ensure your finances are in order. Until we speak again, be blessed and love yourself.